Hello? Where are we? I was recording something before. There we are. Hiya. Hi, everyone.
You can't quite see
No,
Sabrina.
she's all hidden. Hiya. Are you all hidden? Bit low down. I have it right low down. I don't think the camera will even... There you go. You can kind of see her eyeballs a little bit. And you'll get taken out, right?
That's fine.
You'll get automatically green screened out. Hi, everyone. We're all going to play a big family game of Inventions. Hi, everyone that's here. We're going to play a big, well, new to me, Vita Lacerda game. It's a year old. Speakeasy will be delivering soon. That'll be exciting. But we're going to play some Inventions. But first of all, we're going to have a word from Sabrina. If she would like to contribute anything. I think she might just munch on that banana. But she's in a very happy
We
mood.
thought we would just say hi.
Yeah, she hasn't been... I don't think she's appeared on one other than a surprise thing at the end after it had finished when she was tiny, tiny, tiny. And now she's huge. Huge. You're phasing in and out, range.
That's fine.
I don't know what's making it decide
We've got
to
Sabrina.
come in and out. Yeah, Sabrina's the all-star. Should we just not play the game? You can just chew on our fingers. And we'll just chat about things. Hey, yeah. You okay? You got to get ready for bed? Oh, yeah. You're higher up on my chair. There we go.
Not very comfy. Okay.
And she's kind of hidden behind the writing on the screen as well, I think. Oh, dear. Oh.
But she doesn't dribble.
She might dribble all over the game. Hey, everyone. Can you see yourself all tiny? I bet you can't. You're looking at the volume. Have you got anything to say to everybody? You've been blowing raspberries all day. Quiet now, having a think. Are you planning out what should my first move be, Sabrina? What's Kronos gonna do? What am I gonna do? We've got the whole world. We've got everything in the world to invent. Is it a bit much?
That's okay. We're going to go now.
Are you gonna go? Are you gonna get ready for bed?
We were just saying hello.
Hello. Be interested, Sabrina. Playing all these 2 or 3 years, you'll be able to play all of this. Don't worry about it. It's all easy.
Her first name probably would be Lacerda.
Yeah, they still tell you. Just place a pillar, do an action.
Maybe she's already said.
It's all written on
maybe
here.
she's already said like ooh eh.
Yeah.
Nom 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 nom.
Oh, lovely. Big string of slobber there. To end your appearance. Yeah, you'll probably be asleep when I'm finished.
Shall we go?
See you later.
Say bye-bye.
Thanks for appearing.
Say bye-bye.
Bye, Sabrina.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
She's lost in the game now.
Come on, then.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to move myself back down a little bit now, so I'm less in the way of the game. How far down was I? I wasn't this far down. Oh, not starting soon. I'll sit back in the middle. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Inventions. We could just have an hour chat, an hour watching Sabrina gurgle and stuff, couldn't we? I think she's not going to be so smiley as it starts getting towards bedtime. Does not want to sleep. But for now, we're going to play some Inventions. So this is new to me. I've been rigorously learning. And the bots, like, for all of the talk I saw about them being, like, very involved, compared to, like, Weather Machine and Kanban EV and stuff, they seem a lot more easygoing than that. I'm not saying I'm going to win. I'm not saying I'm going to do well. I'm just talking about, like, handling them and being able to do their turns and stuff. So there will probably be, like, mistakes here and there. This is a big, heavy game. And, yeah, I'm mainly looking after a baby and reading bits of rules and snatching glimpses of videos. We did get a nap long enough this morning for another watch of the gaming rules official rules video. So any mistakes I make, or I think we can legally say they're all Paul's fault. Sorry, Paul. That's the risk you take when you make a rules video. So in this game, we are basically these like nations, not kind of named nations of the world. We are inventing things. We're coming up with ideas, bringing them into fruition. You may be innovating on them, but we'll definitely be sharing them with the world. They're the main four things that happen. We'll also be moving people around the world here. We have some citizens out already. We can move them about. We can gain influence if we've got majorities in places. We can innovate, invent brand new technologies. We can have breakthroughs and things. And yeah, all sorts of stuff. We'll see it as we go along. So this is the solo game, which involves two bots. So it's set up for a 3-player game. One of the bots is very simple, and I think is very similar to the bot that you would play in a 2-player game to tighten things up. One bot is just going to move around and has a little priority list of what they want to do. That's Kronos. And then we've got Hestus. Just thinking I haven't got my solo rules. They are handy. Hestus? Hestus. Who's a bit more involved, has a deck of cards and a priority for what they want to do on their turn, so you don't really know what they're going to do. And they're probably going to mess things up. I think at the very basic mode, what you've got to do is beat their combined score. That's all you got to do. We can get a bit more involved than that and try and get accolades. So beating their score gives you 2 accolades, and amongst all sorts of other goals we can try and get. And if you're playing accolade mode, which I suppose we can decide what we want to do, just beating their scoring gets you Neanderthal category. You've got to do a lot better than that to get a good ranking in there. What else should I say? I think Patreon bot already came up. Thank you. You can support the channel on Patreon. You can join as a YouTube member somewhere under the description box. I would really appreciate it. It's how I'm able to do this stuff. Yeah, I rely on that support to be able to make these like unsponsored streams. And thanks to Eagle Griffin and Shelley at Eagle Griffin for sending over a copy of Inventions, because I've been lagging behind on my Lacerda. And maybe we should be maybe we'll get to do some speakeasy in the upcoming month or so. We'll see how things go, but for now we'll try Inventions. So over here in my player area, we got a load of stuff. Don't worry about those. We have got some citizens of various types. Remembering all of their names, I don't think I've got that in these little player aids on here. Depending on which section they're in, they're called something different. Yes, we have got traders. They do economy things. Artisans. They do culture things. Thinkers. They do technology things. And then we've got these scholars that are wild. We have got space for all sorts of tiles to go out later on. We have a couple of Era 1 inventions that are just dealt out to you. These are things I've invented. Projectile and cloth. And they are basically extra chain actions that we have the potential to do on our turn when we're able to chain over there. I have 2 ideas just brewing in my head that I might decide to present to the world. One of them, irrigation, is a card I have to have because randomly agriculture got put in my section on the board. So I have had the breakthrough of agriculture that we're going to use to make all sorts of other things. So that's a card that's given to me. Writing over here is one that was randomly given from the deck. I have some end of game cards, some goals. I can score 2 of these at the end of the game. One of them wants me to have citizens in chains of locations. All the locations of the board are numbered. One wants me to have my influence tokens in certain regions. And the third one, good question. I remember what the third one does. The third one wants me to have inventions of each different type. 2 inventions of each type by the end of the game. And right now, hey, we've got an invention. We've almost got one of each type. done on there, so we'd have to spread out a little bit. We've also in the Stone Age round, the end of setup, we have each presented one idea to the world. This is an action we can do later on, but we've automatically done one each at the in the kind of setup. So the way it's going to go, turn order at least for now, starts with Kronos, then me, then Hephaestus. So on Kronos' turn, player aids at the ready. Kronos is here. Is also the round marker. Don't worry about that. This is Kronos, the solo bot in the world. On their turn, the bots are going to move. They'll never do an action where they already are, so you can use that to guide you a little bit. And they're going to do some kind of action in the new place where they go to. As I said, with Hephaestus, it's based on a deck of cards. With Kronos, it's based on a priority list. So Kronos will move to the next numbered region. So if we look where he is right now, he started the game in number 2. So he is going to move himself to number 3 here, and he is going to do something in this region. His priority is he would like to present a new idea. So if there was no card here, that's what he'd do. If there's already a card here and it's not been invented yet, so it's on this kind of grade side, that's when they're invented, they're all full colour. And there'd be a citizen there. If it's not been invented, he will invent. So spoilers, that's what he's going to do. If it's already been invented, then he would try and share the invention. And if he can't share it, because he's not involved, presumably, he would try and innovate. So that's when it's already been invented and no one has innovated it yet. We could move this up, actually. I forgot the Patreon text to be in the way of a couple of the bits on the screen. So he came to the next region. Can't present, so he is going to invent. So if the idea is already invented, he moves on to the next thing. He needs a milestone to be able to invent this thing. Mining has to have been a previous breakthrough out here. Usually, in the multiplayer game, everyone has access to these technologies and any previous ones that have been moved off, but only people with their diplomats on these tiles, or the player whose tile it is, they've always got that, even if their diplomat's gone. So, at the start of our game, only the yellow player usually would have access to mining, and until somebody decides to try and break through and put a diplomat on there, or this gets moved to the public area, they won't be able to invent that thing, because if you don't know mining, how can you make a proto-city? The bots don't have to bother with that. If it's on the board, the bots treat it as they've got access to it to simplify things or cheat. So if the milestone is present, they are going to invent the thing. Otherwise, if that wasn't there and they couldn't invent it, they'd move on to the next region and start their choice again. So they place a citizen from their supply, sometimes on cards, like the one I chose to present at the start. Sometimes they require you to exhaust a citizen as well as send one over here. But the bots ignore that. They don't have to send extra ones. So they place a citizen from their supply in this spot. They have invented the thing. And they gain a local progress tile. Which type do they gain? It's a white progress tile. These are the progress tiles. We can gain these and they'll give us all sorts of abilities and things. The bots are going to score points based on them. And which number tile does it take? It's in region 3, so it's going to take white 3. And this goes on the bots player board in the Kronos section. Is that right? Whenever getting a progress, they're getting a tile of the type corresponding to the card where the bot is in and get tile number of the region. Yes, I think I've done that right, according to my notes. So, Kronos is done. It's a bit long-winded, like explaining it all, but in future turns, it's just going to be, oh, comes here, does that thing, moves on. We don't have to think too much for Kronos. Then it's my turn. So over on my player board, we have got a little run through what the steps are. As with all of these lovely deluxe editions, got the beautiful tool art and graphic design and stuff. At the start, it might be just a load of confusing symbols, but it's the whole game is laid out in this stuff. It's expanded on more in your traditional player aid menus that tell you all of the tiles and things and what all of the symbols mean. Everyone has also got a board explaining all of the actions in words, but once you've got a grip on what those actions are, they are summarized very well in all the symbols out there. So first of all, we will gain chain tokens. This is based on our influence. If you're in this section, you get 1, this section 2, this section 3. Start the game with 1 influence, so I get 1 chain token. This is important because you can have really cascading turns triggering all sorts of different things if you've got access to these chain tokens. So if I was to do an action that had a chain to let me do another action that had another chain potential, I couldn't do that second chain because I've only got 1 chain token right now. So more influence would be lovely, I think. We just gain it for now, though. Then we place a pillar. So we are in Era 1 of the game, which just has 1 round in it. We place our Epoch pillar. So there are 5 rows of this forum, it's called, that contain all of the actions in the game. We're going to place it on one of these actions, and there's some restrictions to where we can place in the future. You can only have 1 of your pillars on each row of the forum. You can't go to the same space again, and if you go to a space with somebody else's pillar in the future, then they will gain influence. Someone's Epoch pillar. But the bot, in this case, does not have influence. They gain 2 points whenever they would gain influence. So I'm thinking my plan goes this far so far. I'm thinking, and I don't know that this is a good idea, I'm thinking I am going to travel as my first action. So the steps for travel in words. So gain an aspiration tile set to culture. These are aspiration tiles. They're basically saying at the end of your turn, you're going to get one of those tiles from the displays, but don't worry about it yet. Just pop this on your player board with the white side up to show that's the kind you're allowed to get. And then you can, in multiplayer, at the end of your turn, you can be thinking about what tile you're actually going to get while someone else takes their turns to speed things up. But that's all we get for now. Then we move a citizen to an adjacent map region. I am going to move my citizen over here. So adjacent is along the the blue strings. Then here's a potential for a chain action. If a sage is there, here's a sage. You can take it. I will take it. This is going to let me get more citizens in the future. The wild ones. Scholars. Either do the knowledge tile, chain action, or flip all the other ones down. So if I do this, I will flip it. And in the future, if someone comes here or anywhere else they've been flipped over, they would get all the points on all the face down ones and then flip them all back. For me, this hasn't been used yet, so I'm going to use my chain token. It goes on here to show that I am using it. I'll get it back at the end of the turn. And this lets me do a gain influence action. So this is another thing that requires you to place your worker out on the board, your pillar, and take up your whole turn. But you see, straight away, I've only got access to 1 chain thing, so I'm not going to be able to do the lovely chain thing of gain influence, which may be an oversight. I don't know. We're going to see. So I can choose a map region where I don't have influence tokens. I don't have influence tokens down here. I've only got 1 in the region where I started the game. And then check for citizen majority. I've got more citizens than anyone else here. Check for minimum. Depending on which token I want to put down, I need to have 2, 3, 4, or 5 citizens in that region. I've got 2, so I can pop this one down. Then gain IP and influence. So the IP that you gain, the points, is on here. We didn't gain the points from the first ones that we placed. So I'm going to get 5 points to start off with. And then we gain influence. So the number of tokens face up here. The bots are always face down, unfortunately for me. But it gets me an influence, which is nice. Oh, the bots ones always face down. I know they don't use their face up versions, but do they count as face up? Did it tell me to place them face down? I think it said you can put them face down if you want, because they don't actually gain. Yeah, face down. Unfortunately for my gaining of influence, just checking. Hey Pam, we like towers with hieroglyphics. I decided which to try first and I'm slightly overwhelmed. I would say, and I think I've got yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of playthroughs maybe for both of these. A lot of people say, and I would agree, it's a easier one to start with. Escape Plan has been a lot of people's great introduction to Vital Lacerdas. I still think the Gallerist is the most accessible one that I've played. It might be down to the theme that kind of clicks with you the most as well. Like my wife, hey Rach, that you saw at the start, is not a big fan of Vital's games, but she loves Kanban. That's the only one that she's really got on with, and that's kind of like it's not quite as complex as like this or Weather Machine or something, but it's like I wouldn't say it's the simplest one to get going with, but for her, it just clicks. So it may just be like which theme clicks better with you. Right, what was I doing? I've gained my influence, and then you would be able to, if I had more chain tokens, perform the chain action from any of your face-up influence tiles. So I could gain another influence here, or I could present a new idea by flipping this one over. The main thing, though, is I need a chain token, and I have spent my only one this turn. So I can't do anything else. So I think I've done all of those steps. I'm just kind of focused on gaining influence to start with, and I want to gain tiles that will make it easier to do that action in the future. Again, like strategy-wise, I'm a bit like just trying things out. We'll see how they go. So I have done my turn now. I have placed a pillar and done an action. It happened that it chained into other things, but we can then get rid of our aspiration tiles and replace them with the progress tiles. So in the progress tiles, I can have a culture tile, because that's what this particular action gave me. These are always active powers once you've put them out, and we'll get to that later. So I am thinking military, when you gain influence, you automatically have a majority, but you've still got to have the minimum citizens. That's tempting. Propaganda, when you gain influence, you can have a discount of a citizen. So I would need one less to put each of these out. Or roads, when you travel, move up to 2 citizens or the same citizen twice. Usually it's just one. You can take the Sage and possible chain action from only your second destination. Both of those sound... well, all three of those sound really good. So I am thinking automatically have a majority. Now, this isn't going to be in effect. I have just got this kind of percolating still. So out of the lovely display, I'm going to take that tile. My aspiration tile gets replaced with that. But I am not benefiting from it until I build it. Stage 3 is just get the actual tile that you want. Stage 4 is build them. So it costs you influence to build these tiles, and it's based on how many tiles you've got in storage. So if you have 4 tiles in storage at this point, it's free to build one of them. You can see right now it cost me 3 influence, which I can't do. I can't actually go down that far, and I don't want to spend that anyway. I would like to get more tiles so that it's cheaper to do that. You can build the number of tiles equal to the era you're in -1. So I can't do that in round 1 anyway, because that would be 0, right? Spend your influence, and then you have to exhaust citizens and things to get stuff out. Discounted by the number of inventions you've got. Don't worry about all that yet. I'd say for me, on Mars was like kind of past my limit of too heavy. The expansion, strangely, the solo mode that came with that, I got to grips with a lot easier. But the base game, I just always felt too much. Yeah, the Great Library looks beautiful. That's another one that like, oh, it looks so. Yeah, I think the what's it the I'm not trying to say conveyor belts. The I can't think of the word for the way the factory works in Kanban, but the way that that works, the construction line, is that what I'm thinking of? I don't think that's the phrase I'm trying to think of either. But yeah, just the flow of how all of that works through the factory and the way that it's presented in both versions as well. Like Kanban EV makes it even cleaner, but even just original Kanban, like there's it's so accessible, like what you're doing in that. But I'd say the stuff with the meetings and things, there's still some kind of weirdness to it. But like is that the first one that might be the first Lacerda we had as well, so maybe that's just why it clicked so well. Production line, maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. I don't know. Assembly line, that's it. Assembly line. We're in era 2 at the start of the game, so you can build one tile per action. Thank you. But I'm not going to pay all of that influence. Right, so I think we are done with all of the steps. So we can go on to Hephaestus's turn, if that's how I'm pronouncing it. So for his turn, we flip a card from the deck. And because it's the first one here, we're going to start from the top of the card and work our way down until he can do something. So can he invent? Not where he is right now, because this has been invented. So would he share his own invention now? Is he gonna usurp me? I wanted to innovate that next turn. For his actions, you draw the thing. Place one of his pillars on the forum action space, matching the first, second, or third action on his card. He can't have more than one pillar on the same forum. Move him to the region where he will take the action. Okay, so so is it feasible for him to do inventing? I think it is. He can invent my thing. So he'll invent. And anyone stop me if I'm doing this wrong, because yeah, I've watched many videos, I've had a little go on Tabletopia, but this is my first real go. Move him to the region where he will take the action. So will he just kind of progress forwards? Will he go to invent mine, or will he go to invent the bots? So that's taking steps back. The next region where a card has not been invented. So I think, yeah, the next one would be working his way up, right? Oh, Michael, you're gonna start on the Gallerist. I'm very excited for you. That is my favourite one to solo. I think Kanban's still favourite for multiplayer, although the solo is excellent in it. But yeah, love that solo mode of the Gallerist. Hey, Skycraft, how's it going? Okay, we started a bit early because I need to be done by 10, and I'm thinking it's going to be a 3-hour one. Well, I'm blathering all over this first turn, aren't I? But I'm trying to make sure I get it somewhat right. So he's going to go to my region, like counting up. Mine is the next one. And then he's going to invent. So similar thing. Goes to the next region without an inventor. And the milestone precondition, it's an A1. So this transport. So A stuff, everyone's got access to. So don't worry about that. Pops his thing on there. He only needs to put one on. Normally, you would need to spend 2 on that. He gets the local progress tile, which is going to be a brown number 5. And that only particularly matters because each player, and they are 2 different players, remember, can only have each tile once. So they would move on to a different tile. And there's only 2 of each tile, I think. So does that, I think we're done with Hephaestus. That might be more involved, you know, if he was to do more actions, or he would need to go down the list a little bit, because he's limited in the same way that I am. He can't put a pillar in the same forum, the same row, where he's already got one. So if he'd already done Innovate in a era with more turns in it, he physically wouldn't be able to do Invent. So he would have to go down the line and try and choose something that he's actually eligible for. Uh-oh, I can hear a baby that does not want to go to sleep. So we are done with Era 1, and we need to do some era-changing stuff. So adjust the turn order. If anyone had moved up here and chosen this change the turn order, that's the only time that we change it, I believe. Adjust your influence as shown in the track. You'll lose 1 if you're in this section, you'll lose 2 if you're in this section, so you've got to keep earning that influence to stay up. Down here, don't need to lose anything. Then Hestus, shuffle his used cards. Obviously, we don't need to shuffle this one. And put them at the bottom of his stack. Done. Return Sages and gain 2 points for each. Don't need to do that. At the end of Era 2, it's not that yet. Kronos moves to the next region without an influence token. So where is he right now? He's here. There's an influence token. So he's going to go to 4 and place this influence token. His have been placed in the in-between bits. Places that there. At the end of 2 to 4, don't worry about that. Exhausted systems become available again. We'll have lying down ones here. They will come up at the end of each era. Retrieve your season pillars. This is an epoch pillar. You don't retrieve that at the end of the era. The way it's going to work is, see, there's 3 turns in each of these eras, and era 6 is just a scoring thing. We're going to place a season pillar in one place. We're going to place a season pillar on turn 2, and then on turn 3, you move your epoch. Again, restricted by you can't have a pillar in the same row. Move that somewhere else, and then you take the season pillars back at the end of the era. Things like that. Always clockwise, no counterclockwise. Thank you. Hey, George. My first was the Gallerist. It's great. I think Gallerist might have been my second one, although I don't know, because, like, Kanban... When did Kanban come out? Like, 2014? I think Kanban came out, like, in the beginning or in the thick of me, like, obsessively watching Rodo and, like, looking back on all of these things. So at some point, definitely got, like, CO2 and Vinos. They were already out, right? Don't know if that was before the Gallerist. But the Gallerist was the first one where, like, original Kanban didn't have it had a fan-made solo mode, but it didn't have one in the box. The Gallerist was the first one where just like loved this solo mode and just kind of was repeatedly playing Gallerist and Feast for Odin. I feel like I had those at a similar time. Right, have you done all your bits? Return your sages. I return him, and I get a scholar. You are limited by the number of scholars that you can have by the era that you're in. So I'm in era 2. That's where our sun timers are. We're okay. We can have a scholar. Retrieve your economy tokens. These will go on blue tiles that you get. You've got 1 at the start of the game. They only refresh each era. In 3 players, if there are still tiles in the Eureka display, there are. Move the non-player tile to common knowledge. So Origin of Language is still available to everyone. It's just going off the board. Slide it down. It goes to the top of this bit, and they invent the rightmost Eureka tile. So if you had an invention for sailing you really wanted to get done, hey, Lighthouse requires sailing. You could piggyback off the non-player introducing that. Is that all of the bits? Discard the idea cards from the previous era. That doesn't matter right now, does it? I've done all of the bits. If you're in era 1, you don't return the sage. Lose or gain influence. If you're in era 1, skip the following steps. These 2 player aids are telling me different things. So we skip. Skip the sages, the economy tokens you won't need probably yet anyway. And the milestone thing I've just talked about. We don't do that in Era 1. The other player aid I'm looking at that's got all the solo information on it told me to do that. Okay, so don't worry about any of that stuff. We'll just go to the next round. Here we go. So we're starting with Kronos. Does Kronos do all of the... Yeah, it said at Era 1 Kronos does that. So Kronos moves to the next place, which is mine. He can't present. He can't invent. He can't share, because you have to have been involved in the invention somehow to share it. So he is going to innovate. All these people piggybacking off my thing. So he just pops his citizen over there. Oh, we need to flip this when he invented it. Flip this. He doesn't do a chain thing at all. That's it. If Hestus innovates, he tries to do a chain action, like I would. Okay. So it's my turn. Do I want to try and innovate? I could innovate their thing, and I'd get to break through something. Like, there is the thing of if I place a pillar in the same space as someone else, right? Then they'll get influence. That is right, isn't it? That's probably not going to be spelled out in this little bit. Is it if I go... It's not if I go in the row, is it? It's if I go in the same space as someone else's pillar. I was thinking, if I innovate, I won't be able to invent. But it's going to be a bit tricky to invent right now, I think. We'd want to present one of these first. I don't know if I've really got the citizens for that yet. Oh, I need my chain token back. You're forgetting step 1 of your turn. If I innovate down here, I can't innovate this one because it's not been invented. And I can't invent it because I don't have access to cotton yet. I could get access to cotton. But that seems wasteful because surely they're just going to invent it before I get around to it. I need a... Sorry about names of everybody. I need a... artisan. Because it's a culture, white project. I need an artisan to go out here. That's step 1. Place them out. Then gain an artisan. Then you can do the chain action. And there's a benefit to this because I could now share this invention in a future action if it hasn't already been shared. And when it gets shared, I will have people out on the map, which will be a boon to me. I can use my chain action here, which I will do. Why not? And we can have a Eureka. So this is basically what was going to happen with the generic player. But it's not going to happen yet. So Stone and Bone Tools goes out. My agriculture goes out here. I think keeping my worker on it for now until it gets slid off the board. So move your private milestone to the public display. So now everyone knows agriculture. But in the solo game, that's no, that's no cost to you because the bots are allowed to cheat and they know it anyway. Then we want to invent something. So I don't know, the only thing I'm thinking right now is that sailing or iron, there's an invention for. Sailing might be easier for me to do. Iron would require more stuff. Just, I don't know if I'm going to get that card right now. Yeah, I'm just trying stuff out. Let's have a Eureka, and I've just thought of sailing everyone. Place a new citizen on it as a diplomat. And then I advance my era token up here. I'm living in era 3, everyone. I've invented a sea thing, and I can have one of these benefits. So I can become first player at the end of this era. I can put a citizen out in the world anywhere. I can have a free innovate action. So I could have done this the other way around here. If I'd done a Eureka action, I could have then done an innovate, which could have changed to something else. Ooh. You could have done a Eureka. Yeah, if you could have done a Eureka, chose that, innovated, and done another Eureka. No, I think you've got to... I don't know. Keep it the way it is. But I'm thinking, I want an influence. I want to try and get to 2 chain tokens. That's my immediate goal anyway. And I think that's all of the action. I did everything there. Chain to do a Eureka. Yeah. Get a new thing. Go to the next era and choose something. I think we're okay on that. Yep. I think so. So Hestus. Let's see. So starting out here, can he pop a pillar on innovate? No, he can't, because he's already in that row. Can't choose anything in that row. Can he invent? No, he's in that row, I told you. So he's going to present a new idea. Let me get his priority thing for this. So he moves to the next region without an idea card. And then he places the rightmost idea from the display. He's just thought of coins. Yeah. Move to the next region without a card. Place idea from the display. And then you need to place citizens equal to the number that are on this bonus tile here. He doesn't get the benefit. But he would place 2 if it required to. And that's his turn. So Kronos is also going to go to 6. And then can't present because there's an idea there. Can he invent? Yes. So he's going to... Am I ever going to get to invent these things? So he invents that. Coins. I guess I could innovate. I do have a blue. If I can find a cheeky way of innovating some other way, I suppose I could. But right now I can't. Oh, that should be flipped over, shouldn't it? Well, that's their turn, isn't it? Invent. Oh yeah, have we got the milestone actually? Can they invent it? Copper smelting? Yes, they can. So that stays invented. Yep. 1 citizen from the play. Gain a progress tile. So gains a blue number 6. Streets ahead. Oh no. That's the one thing you don't want to happen with some beautifully arranged trays of things. Oh well. Bound to happen sooner or later, won't it? I've not got the space to lay all of this out. I should pop them all back because I'll think something's run out when it hasn't. Okay. So that's them inventing that. And then it's my turn. So, ignore these 2 rows. We could present an idea. And if I present an idea, I could take the lighthouse that wants sailing in the future. That then I've got access to. Oh. That's fallen out as well, isn't it? I could try and learn someone else's technology. In which case I would probably learn cotton to try and invent that, but I bet it's going to be done before I even get there. I said that last time and it wouldn't have been. And I would get to put another citizen out in the world. I can't do gain influence because I've already got influence in region 2. So I need to move my people around first. I would like more of these tiles. So we could share an idea. It does need a lot of space. There's 2 ideas I'm involved in. Maybe I should do that. Presenting a new one. It would have to be writing, I think. We've got something that only costs 1 citizen down here. It's just all going to get invented by someone else. I'll still get points for that happening. I was just thinking, do I want to share? What are the steps? I get some points for being the person who thought the idea up. I don't get the card. I'd also get a tile. Where over here I would just get people out. But I would get a wealth tile as well for having shared the thing. I should have my chain token back. This one here, get a new scholar. I bring a diplomat back from one of these. And get a scholar. And then take the milestone action that was on it. So I'd get another guy in white. I don't think I particularly want to do that right now. Just moving a person and getting a blue. Oh no, that's bring people back from the map to get a blue. What if we share then? Let's see how this goes. So sharing. The owner of the idea gets IP. That's the person who, thought it up and played it like that. So it's number of citizens times the card's era. So get 2 points. The inventor gets the card. So they have just a common pile of cards they invented because they don't really care what they used to do. And then the innovator, which there doesn't have to be an innovator, and it has to be a different person than the one that invented it. So all of our people go out, but the person who innovated gets a bonus person from the supply, right? And pops that there. So I'm nearly... It'd only take 1 person to be in the lead over there. And I can have this wealth tile, or I can choose which one I want actually, or I can have any progress tile I want, which I wonder if I should go for that. But thinking these wealth tiles, one is for, so these E's, you can only have 1 of each letter. The A, B, C, D are all the same, but the E, F, G's are all different. So this would be a point for every set of 2 citizens anywhere except the supply. And this would be 2 points for each set of 3 different specialists on the board. Am I going to get loads of specialists? We caught up Skycraft here. Just get loads of citizens anyway. It's fewer points, but they could be on this. They could be out in the world. And I'm looking for a lot of majorities. I'm going to say that. I'm going to take that wealth tile. So there we go. Everyone got their different benefit and popped it out here. And I got a wealth tile. And that's it. And then Hestus. Oh, I've been I skipped a turn for someone? Oh no, third turn we'll be moving this. Yeah, this is turn 2. Now. So starting from point 2, because it's the second card and that's where the arrow is. So can they gain influence anywhere? I would say no, because they would need to have majority for that, right? That would be their first thought when trying to do this. Or do they not bother with that, actually? Oh, wrong book. Get the solo book. First game on solo, because as your first solo Lacerda game on Sunday, it was kind of a lot and couldn't finish. It was losing honorably to the bot. It is like it's definitely not the simplest one, but I have faith. I think you can crack it. Move Hestus to the first region where he can place an influence token. He doesn't need to have citizens in the region. Ah, cheeky. So, can he put his pillar there? Yes, he can. So move him to the next region. So they always move, don't they? So he'll go to 7, where he hasn't got a thing. Doesn't need to have citizens. If there are any, he brings one back. Place one of his influence tokens face down in the leftmost thing and score the points. That's 4. The most valuable space. Even if the valuable space has already been occupied, then if he still has a chain action token, he does, he hasn't used it yet. He tries to perform the next action, which is invent. So can he invent? Yes, he can. He can come down to cotton over here. Yeah, these guys seem to do a lot. Okay. Maybe we just need to be innovators and just try and piggyback on this stuff. Okay, so... Oh, you haven't moved this around. Third action. Kronos is going to move to region 7. Can they present? Yes. So they are going to present the rightmost thing in the display. There. This needs 2 citizens, so they'll place those. And that's it. Me. Okay. So we have to move this. So we are either going to move someone, can't gain influence. You didn't take your citizens back when you placed your influence token on whichever turn you did that. Oh. Bring back these guys as blue specialists. Or maybe I would have done something different with that then. Yeah, I forgot that bit. Gain IPs, gain influence, may chain. Yeah, did the rest of the bits. Yeah, they come back as people of that type. We can almost gain influence. So moving wouldn't be the thing to do then, would it? Can't gain influence anyway because I haven't got a majority. I've just got like the same amount. Could have spent 2 influence to put one of these things out, and then I've always got majority. Would that have been the thing to do? It's my influence, though. It's all of my influence. I'd be back down to 1. And then I've always got majority. But then you're clearing everyone off the board. You could have a chain token, though. Because otherwise, what am I doing down here? Getting that diplomat back as a scholar. But then my scholar... which would be okay. And putting someone out in the culture section. Or I could take this out. Get him as a scholar and do a move. Or if I'd put that progress tile out, it's still spending 2, isn't it? How can we get another one? If you bring someone back from the region, I don't want to do that. You might have to. The only way to get a new tile right now underneath is to do that, isn't it? So move my epoch tile there. I'm going to get a blue tile in a min. We'll think about that later. Then bring someone back, and they come back as the region of the place they came back from. Oh, they come back as blue as well. Oh well, it's just what they're going to have to be. And then I get to do a chain action on one of my inventions. So I can either do an innovate on a blue, that's probably worth doing, or I can bring back that diplomat. Bring back a diplomat. I'm moving. I want to get to one if I'm going to have a couple of people out here and try and be in the majority. I'd like to do that. But then I wouldn't have my chain to then flip a token and do an extra thing, would I? Because that would have been the advantage of doing a move. Let's chain and innovate. So we can innovate on coins. Oh, you haven't got the chain to do another thing is the downside. You can chain this for now, but you can't chain on... I want these chain tokens, I want the influence. There's no point getting an influence yet, because it's about to be the end of the era, and I'd just lose it again. So you could bring a diplomat back as a scholar. If you moved, you wouldn't be able to do the chain action. But you'd get a... Yeah, I can't do the second chain in all of these things, is the downside of it. But if I did chain and do the bring the diplomat back, that's an extra scholar just anyway. And I'd still get the tile, wouldn't I? So I think that's worth doing. And get my guy on the way to here where I might... I could get a tile out at least for free if I do this move. Work our way towards number one. So bring this guy back as a scholar, because we're chaining that. So I've got space for 3 scholars. Get to do a move action, which lets me grab a white. Move a guy. We'll move here, because there's nothing... I don't know if I'm going to be in charge of that one. Whereas here, if I could innovate in time, I don't know if I'll be able to. No, he's going to innovate here, isn't he? Yeah, he can innovate there. Maybe you want to move to 4 and maybe you'll be able to get involved in 6 and have some over here. I don't know, that's not me. Yeah, just move up to 4 then. Because I need to move somewhere. And then can't do the chain of this because I've only got 1 chain token. I want these chain tokens. Right. So now, picking another white, let's go for that other one that I wanted, which was you can do a second person. Is that number 5? Yeah, roads. Then for blue, let's have a zoom in. So these are things that we can activate once per era. I suppose the benefit of getting a blue and building the blue right now is that I could do it. Gain a progress tile. During certain steps of your turn. So that would be in step 3 and you're building them in step 4. When you progress your society, get a discount. of 2 specialists on a tile. That's alright. Spend 1 less influence. That would be a pretty cool thing to have out. And that would be in effect now, wouldn't it? Five intelligence. Keep hold of this influence. So now, that's step 3. Step 4, we can build 2 tiles, paying the influence for each. So first, I'll build this one. You can't use the economy one. Yeah, was that the advancement one? Yeah, the intelligence happens in step 4. So I think I can activate this. So to build the tile, let me just get these, make sure I don't get this bit wrong. Because I haven't actually built one yet, have I? Where is that bit? For each tile, place it on the progress map where it hasn't got a tile in it. So I don't want to gain an influence because I'm going to lose an influence. I don't need a second economy thing right now. Why don't we go for a new person? I haven't got anybody in brown. Go for like a new person in brown. So you pay influence, which was 0 because this was full. And then when you place in a progress tile, you need to exhaust 1 person of that type plus 1 for every tile that it's touching. Do I build both for 0 influence because I had 4? Is that what I do? In that case, maybe I build the 2 whites. Is that... I was thinking I'd build 1 for free and then you slide them along and I'd have to pay 1 for the second. Is it all the ones you can build are free because I'm full? Because that's way better. If I've been understanding it wrong. I'm going to reset that until the stream delay kicks in. I might have been underestimating the power of that. I think, because that doesn't tell me any of the bits. What if you go in the main rulebook? Not next round. I was so close to the right page, and then 20 pages came back on me. 4. Build progress. If you were to build any things... Yes, it is unrelated to how many tiles you need to build. I don't need to pay influence anyway. So I could just... Yeah, you're right. I could just get it for the future. So I can't build a blue right now that I would then get to activate with current era tiles. Boo-hoo. But... we could get the one that gives me a free tile. And use that early next era to get back up to 4. But you'd have to have it out. Or this one meaning you need to exhaust 2 less citizens for things. Would be a plus as well. Yeah, I'm going to take number 3 instead. But I don't think I think I'm going to build the 2 white ones. Are you not going to have people to exhaust for that, though? So what if, like, I always had the majority? Pop him out. Exhaust a white one. And then Yeah, give yourself a white one. If it's touching, I need to exhaust an additional person. Oh, it's -1 for every invention I've got. I've got the invention. So it's one specialist for the tile, -1. Because I've got an invention of that type, so I don't need to exhaust anybody. So yeah, place it on the brown, because you haven't got a brown one. And then, do we put out the other white one? Or get that blue one ready for next era? I can't use it now, but I'll be able to use it in the future. And you could get that second economy tile. You'd have to exhaust 2 guys, but they're going to come back. And if we get another blue in the future, that's another, like, economy tile. You want to have light colours next to each other because wild tiles like that. Oh yeah, they want contiguous things, don't they? If I get the A to Ds. Let's put this somewhere else. I don't need a 2 discount on it. I don't want to get influence right now. Let's get this economy tile done. So if we get another blue one next era, we can activate it. Yes. And that needs me to exhaust 1. Because I haven't got an invention of it. I think I'm slowly working it out. Right. That's my turn. Hephaestus. What third thing are you doing? So starting from here. Can he innovate? Oh, is he eligible to? No, you got to move your thing. Can he do this? No, you're in that row. Can he do this? Yes. So what does he do when he moves? Travel. Move Hephaestus to the next region with a sage. Oh, 2 hasn't got a sage. 3 has got a sage. Place a citizen from his supply. Oh, good job. I'm not just trying to get... I've got majority anywhere now, though, haven't I? Move the sage to his board. Where? There. If he still has a chain action token, yes. And the knowledge tile is action side up, yes. He flips it and tries the next action on his drawn card. Which would be... Oh, there isn't a next one. He still flips it, but gains no benefit and ends his turn. There we go then. Simple as that. Right. End of era stuff. So Kronos goes to the next space. And he's in a new era. So we do era change stuff. Do these guys ever move their things here? I haven't missed something of that, have I? Adjust turn order, no one picked it. Adjust influence, no. Hephaestus, shuffle his used cards and put them on the bottom. Return sages and get 2 points for each. At the end of 2, he's got a new chain action token. Kronos, move him to the next region without influence. He's got one there. Oh no, he hasn't. That's number 1 down here. Yeah. And score max. Scores it. So he should have had this one, shouldn't he? They should have 11 more points now. Yikes. Then replace his private milestone with the Eureka tile that you would do later. So he is going to pop this out. There's a bit in one of the player aids for a 2-player game, Kronos does stuff. But I don't think that applies, like, unless the solo rulebook tells me, does it? Where's the... So I'm sure the solo era change doesn't tell me anything about Kronos. No. About Kronos doing stuff here, which he does in 2 players. He blocks one of the, I think, the leftmost space off. So he does that and does the rightmost thing. Does he get person on it? Does that matter? This would tell me, wouldn't it? Oh, and here we go. He gets a new milestone and advances in eras. First, move his current milestone to the display. Take the rightmost milestone, put it in his display, put one of his citizens on it. Next, he advances his era token to the rightmost empty space of the new era. Yeah, this is before doing the era change stuff, so there will be turn order. But it would stay the same because Kronos is already first. Finally, if he places his token above the turn order, he will be first. Then if there are still one or more milestones in the display, the non-player moves their milestone out and invents that. If a third or fourth is available, they are placed in the common display. Then refill the Eureka display. So we have the potential to invent Greek fire, paper, and crane. Fraser. During the several returning stages. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm caught up there. Exhausted citizens become available again. Retrieve season pillars. I assume that applies to him as well. Return sages and get a scholar. Thank you. My limit of 3 scholars. Retrieve your economy tokens. I didn't get a chance to spend it. Done the milestone. Move the Eureka milestones. Oh, yeah. Discard idea cards from the previous era. There are no 2s in the display to discard. Then in turn order, discard from player's board. Oh, I've got irrigation here. I never presented an idea, did I? So I lose this. What's Hestus got these for? Is that if he presents an idea, which he hasn't done yet? I lose this. And then do I choose from the display? Oh, I want this lighthouse stone, so I invented sailing. Beautiful. Okay. And then that refreshes. Discarded idea cards are removed from the game. No problem. Okay. New turn. Kronos. Do something easy for me. Oh yeah, we don't need to zoom in on him, do we? He goes to the next place. Can he share? Yes. So I'm not going to be able to get involved in this because you don't have to have innovated it. So let me get the share bits up. He is the presenter, so he's allowed to do this. So he gets 2 people out there. He gets, and 2 times 2, 4 points. They just have combined points. Move all the citizens to the region, and then he gets a wealth token. So he hasn't already got a D. Yep. I think that's that. Oh, that goes to them as well. Then me. So, still only get the 1 thing. Do we innovate? So we're involved in this card. And then I would get to, bring back a diplomat, which I'm not too jazzed about. I'm full on scholars. I could use a scholar to do that and then fill it back up. I could invent musical notation. And then I'd get a card, at least. When this gets shared. Is there... So there's no clever way of me just doing the... You might consider sharing the wheel. Oh yeah, just to get the wealth token for blues, since we can put a load of blue tiles out. That's a good point. I am completely on there, aren't I? Is there any clever way to do the sharing? Not really. I don't see it. If I could get involved in maths, I would give them 2 points to do that. And then I would get to do the share action that way. And then I'm still able to present an idea in the future. Because Kronos is going to go there and present next time. If he gets share high up, he will run over and do that, won't he? And there's nothing I can do about it. Unless I innovate now. Just the only thing I could do is this and get a new guy in there, which is fine, but it's not amazing, is it? Sharing the wheel. Do I want to do it the roundabout way? Giving him 2 points and getting to share that way, and then that's still available to present an idea or even share again in the future. Because I don't see... Well, we could present like that way. So we haven't got inventions that care about it right now, have we? Why has he got these 2 cards here? Unless I've done setup wrong. I'm sure it told me to put those 2 there. Better to do the roundabout way if you can, but far from an expert. It feels like you've got the chain token, haven't you? You might as well use it. It would just be nice if I could gain an influence by doing this, and I don't think I can. I could gain an influence by doing this, but I put my epoch token there, which now I regret. Let's do this then. So where do I get the dude from to not Eureka, send a diplomat. Send any citizen. So we might as well send a blue one, we've got loads. As a diplomat. They would get an influence, but the bot doesn't get influence, it gets 2 points. Yeah. Oh no. If it belongs to the player and it's a more advanced era. I'm already in era 3, mate. You're not more advanced than me. Take the milestone action, which is share. So yes, the same as going up there, but we've got a dude on there. Right. So share this thing. So for sharing, I get 4 points. They go out there. They get the card. He goes out there. Blue gets another person and goes out there. Is that all of the sharing stuff? Oh, and then I get this because I'm doing the share action. And we might as well use this, haven't we? To get another blue or a white. What other white could we get? Which one did I want? Propaganda. You need one less person out. You do want to get all these blues for this scoring thing. We could get the white one later by sharing that idea. Yeah. Gonna do that. Right. Yeah, I'm still in my actual turn, aren't I? Do I do that in era 3? I do that in step 3. But I'm just getting the tile, aren't I? Because I'm not doing anything else in step 2, am I? I've done all that stuff. Done all the sharing. I've got that. Step 3, I use this to get that. Step 4, I'm going to put some tiles out. But if you don't get a blue, why did you bother getting this second thing? Good point. What other blue would I want? Send a citizen from your supply to any map region is nice. Swap the positions of 2 tiles even if you didn't build this turn. You can have an extra scholar. When you progress your city, build tiles, get a discount of 2 specialists on 1 tile. Add a scholar. Send a citizen to any bit of the map. Maybe. Is a good one to get out. And we'll work on getting the white one later. Because then we can build 2 things for free again. It's not going to be quite free, but... we could pop you out here. And you would need 2 exhausting. 1 for the blue and 1 because it's adjacent to something. And then I get a culture person, an artisan. Gold needs 2. It's 2 of anyone to be exhausted, isn't it? And you don't get those discounted at all. So you could pop it there, and then you don't need to do anyone. Or you pop it there and get an influence now, and then you've got a change token next time. So 2 for putting it down, 1 because it's adjacent to something is the downside, and you haven't got this white one out that you wanted. It'll be alright. One, 2, 3. Get an influence. We're in the 2 chain zone. I didn't do a chain, did I? This turn. It'd be alright. We'll get him. The white one. Wait, instead of the... chain one. You could, like... Hey, it lets me move 2 things about, doesn't it? Yeah, you're probably right. And it'd be a bit cheaper, because it only costs me 1, doesn't it? Well, it depends, like, do you want your other economy thing? We could get tiles. Got all 3 unlocked early doors. You could just put it there and try and link it up later and still get the influence. Yeah, and it still only costs me exhausting 1. We'll link it up later. Yeah, it's just going to get expensive to do stuff, isn't it? Yeah, I think you're right. That'd be better to have that power out. And then we can still get that blue one out. And the gold ones don't matter, do they, until later? It's just they're going to get expensive. Okay, that's 4. I think that is the better idea to do. Because scoring doesn't matter until we're scoring. Right. Turn 2, Kronos goes to 3, which is here. There's no idea out, so he's going to present an idea, pop 1 out, slide along. Done. Oh, he's skipping Hestus. I think I'm the last player. Right, we'll keep that in there because I don't think he'll change what happens there. Can he go there? No, he can't. Can he go there? Yes, he can. I'll get an influence because that's where my epoch thing is. Haha. And then what does he do? Okay. Enough laughing about him. He's got about 50 more points than me. Which one is it? Cult Specialist. Move Hestus to the next region with at least one of his citizens. Where is he right now? 3. So he would move to 5. The citizens brings 1 back to his supply, and then gains a progress tile matching the idea in that region or the rightmost card. So it's going to be a brown 5. Has he already got that? He's already got that. So if he's already got it, it's the next number up. He got a brown 6. And these are all worth points for them at the end. Then has he got a chain action token? He does. He tries to do the next action on his card, which is share, which he can do into. Yeah. He can pop over here and share without me being involved, unfortunately. So yeah, share an invention, follow the rules as usual. If they invented it, put it in a common pile, claim the wealth tile unless they already have it. If they do have it, claim progress instead. Presenter scores IP as usual. He is the presenter. So 1 times 3 points goes out there. He gets the thing, goes out there. Hephaestus gets the scoring tile. Done, I think. Then Kronos did that, and it's back to me. So, I would have innovated. Do I want to invent so I can get in on this and get a card? The downside of that is no chain actions for my lovely 2 chains now. Moving about is what I want to do, so I'll give him influence by doing that. But I would quite like that. Can invent. No, nobody knows iron. Till that goes into the public. They know iron. Just if I move, where would I go? I want to be in this region, but the chain action for this region is bring people out. Oh, you can invent as well. Just trying to see, is there a chain? Can we zoom out enough that there's a chain that would let me move? No, we've had that in the sailing. The breakthrough wouldn't. Doing a breakthrough would let me get a majority thing, but I would need at least 3 people out in a region. So you would want to move first, but by moving, then I can't. I can't do the Eureka. But maybe there'd be another way around to do that. I think we've got to give him the. We get a. What's he called? The sage. So he doesn't get influence. He gets 2 points. There'll still be a chain to do, so I can move 2 people. I was going to go towards 6, but I don't want to bring anyone back right now. Tempting to put more people out. I haven't got anything in for. We could get control of 4. They can come from the same region, can't they? Chain token. I'll have you. I'll invent. We've already discussed I can only invent this. That's all I need to do to invent, isn't it? I just pop that out there. Yeah, everyone's got knowledge of A things. Only need to do 1 specialist. Flip the card. gain brown aspiration tile. Boom. And it would be nice to do more. I've got these 2 chain tokens, and now I couldn't seem to not get 2 chain actions last time. Okay. We'll call that a good turn. You could put somebody else out on the map, but why? Might as well do that next turn. Might as well do it before the things refresh, but no need to do it yet. So get a brown tile. What do the brown tiles do? I hear you cry. I don't know. They are, if you do an action, they relate to another action. These are the wealth tiles. If during your turn you took one of the actions on the tile, at the end of step 2 on your turn, you can have the other action on the tile, apart from tile 4. It costs an influence and a chain token, and then you flip it, so once per game. So number 4, use this before choosing your main action to break the golden rule so you can place in a forum where you already have one. These tiles seem expensive, but they allow you to plan ahead and use a chain action token that would otherwise go to waste. So... invent and share an invention. Going to be traveling a lot, aren't I? Invent and travel, or travel and share. Travel and share. Travel and share. Travel and share. Goes there. So I could pay an influence to pop 2 out, but I don't think we will just yet. See if we can make it free. Right. You could move from 5 to 4. Hey, that's what I did. I'm glad you're on board. Oh, and I did this, didn't I? So that flips. So could have had 4 points. Could now have 6 points in the future. To move to one of them. Invented. Done the things. I am not going to build. Although you could share and then travel. I'm going to lose an influence anyway. I'd like to stay up in here. I don't leave it for now. Might regret it. Hestus, what are you doing? Starting with share. Can he share an idea? He can. No, he can't. He's not involved in this. Can't share an idea you're not involved in at all. And he's not involved in that one. So no, he may not share. And I don't know if he can on the board even. May he travel? No, he's already there. Can he do that? No, he's in that row. Can he do this? Yes. What are the steps for him to call the diplomat? Remove the diplomat from the first milestone. He's only got 1 out anyway, so let's not worry about which one he brings back. Ignore the action on the card. He gains IP equal to the era of the milestone. It's a B, so he gets 2 points. IP is points. Yeah, that's good. He's missing out on a lot of chain actions, I feel like. Which is good, isn't it? 3. Kronos is moving to section 4. There's no card there, so he is going to present an idea. Kronos presents glass to the world. And Tom needs to think of what to do. So it's something in these top 4. We could share. I can't innovate because I invented it. I invented musical notation. You're welcome. Invent. I mean, we could invent glass up there. I would need to exhaust a scholar, but I need to get people out of there anyway. Could invent up there, and then that's another progress tile. And getting these inventions does give you discounts later on. It's useful for that too, isn't it? Can't do a Eureka, even though I would like a D thing to keep being able to invent things. So innovates off the table. Invent potentially glass. Share. Could share this. Have a person out there have the invention. Could just present a new idea. I've got this lighthouse, haven't I? It's just... Again, I've unlocked these chain tokens and all of a sudden I can't do any. Because if you'd put that out and paid the influence, you'd have to pay another influence to do it now, though, so that's no good. I suppose that's in a region where I've already got people out. So I wouldn't mind that getting invented and shared. You'd get another progress tile. Maybe I'd be the one to share that. Because the benefit of sharing this is he won't be able to innovate, lock him out of that a bit. And then I could get the wealth tile, and I want the one for white. Kind of fills my display with white ones. Presenting in 6. Oh, gives you a share action. Oh, yeah. Oh, and then I could share over here, yeah. So that would be better than choosing the share action for sure. Inventing glass. I've already got 3 people in there. They're not right on it, are they? Unless he chooses invent as his priority. But a benefit of putting it in 6 would be that he's going to 5 next, and so isn't going to invent it. He's already in 6, so he's moving somewhere else to invent. He'd invent this. Yes, let's present. I had a dream, and that dream was about lighthouses. So I need to... And it only costs me 1 dude, but I'll get fewer points when it gets shared. Put that out there, and then I'll be able to share. The only one that I can share is this. No chain tokens being used, but what can I do about that? So he gets 6 points. 2 people times 3. I get the card. But where did I put those 2 people? I've already put them out here. Is that them? Musical notation, everybody. And then a chain action in the future for bringing a person back could be presenting an idea. And I've got discounts for putting white tiles out in the future. I get this. Is that all of your bits? Yeah, no one innovated. Get the wealth tile. And then, oh yeah, move me pillar. What am I doing? Presenting. Thank you. And then we might as well put stuff out for free. This brown one, if we don't put it next to anything, is free to just put out. The wealth tiles are more expensive, but we need to spend something because we're going to gain a scholar, and I'm full. Because we didn't have a Eureka. So... I lean towards the brown just because... Like, I can exhaust 1 as well. Like, we could pop it down here. Get a new person in white or brown. In white, maybe? And I just exhaust that, because it would cost 1 for it and 1 adjacent tile, but I get a discount of 1 from my projectile here. And then putting this out, we could just put it off in... Or we could put the blue score in 1 out. It doesn't really matter, does it? Put that out there, and it would cost 3. So it would be all of your scholars. But they could go out anywhere I liked, couldn't they? I think. Because you're only exhausting them. Could go here, and it would still cost you 2. Yeah, potentially putting a blue there could be discounted if you ever invent blues. Which we might if we get a chance to invent that sailing. Pop it there, and then that's all 3 things, which I will try and even out a little bit. So, wasted a load of scholars there. I don't know if that was good. Oh, in your turn, put someone out in the board. Why wouldn't we do that? So maybe might as well be in number 4, just for when I do this. You could put a better tile out. Yeah, backtrack, did that. Done with step 4. So it's Hephaestus's final turn. Can he present an idea? He can. I've got my epoch thing in there though. I'm gonna get an influence. Can you put? He can put his epoch pillar where mine is, can't you? Yeah, I don't think you're restricted by that. So present an idea. Where's the next place that he can present an idea? Here. He has thought up the printing press. Is he going to be the one to make it happen, though? Okie doke. Sorry, I got distracted, Pam. I'm so sorry. You were asking me about the game. I think it's not... It's hard to get, like... Things like the Gallerist and Kanban, and even like Escape Plan. Those things seem to click more, even though, like, I don't know anything about a car factory or an art gallery. Those things are... I don't know, more practical, more real world, even though, like, the idea of this isn't, like, crazy. Weather Machine you had to get on... I think Weather Machine still, like, worked well thematically, but you had to get on board with, you know, theoretical, you know, steampunky, science fiction-y stuff. Like, here, you're still, like, it's... Someone's coming up with it, someone's inventing it, maybe someone's innovated it, and then people are sharing it to the world. We're traveling around the world sharing these ideas. We're having breakthroughs that allow people to invent all of these things. I still think it like works really well thematically. It maybe doesn't like make it as easy to remember all the bits as like a Kanban or a Gallerist did. But so far, I feel like I'm making it through okay. Oh, I need a... When I presented an idea, I should have had a card. Did I want the card that he's had? No, I don't know. I make paper. Sailing. Get a load of blues out. Invent the caravel. That would have been in the display, so I could have had that. Right. His turn. He's presented an idea. He's put those out. No chain tokens, so that's that. So their stuff first. Kronos moves to the new era. If Hestus shuffles his used things and they go on the bottom, doesn't get his extra chain token yet, although he's only ever been able to... I suppose I've only ever been able to use one. I got to the stage of being able to use two, but I haven't been able to benefit from it yet. Yep. At the end of Eras 1 to 4, Kronos places one of his influence tokens. The next region, he's got one in 4, so move him to 5. He pops it there, but he scores for the full, which is still 4 points. Yep. And then he takes a new milestone and advances in eras. He's blue, isn't he? So all the A's, we don't need to know the A's, do we? They're all available. So he is gonna think about the crane, and he goes to the rightmost space of here, so he's gonna stay first player. Then if there are still things in the display, because no one Eureka'd. Hestus still hasn't done it. The non-player moves their milestone. So this, what happens when mine falls off? I forget. Does it come back as a scholar? I know there's still common knowledge, but something happens to mine, doesn't it? End of era bit. Scholars, yeah. So this gets pushed off, but I get it back as a scholar. So I'm going to have 2 scholars. And then slide down, and the non-player invents that one. And then there's still one here. That one is just common knowledge, Greek fire. And then the E's go out. I feel that's the kind of game you have to play yourself to understand what's going on. A bit, yeah. Because, like, the actions are... Like, you can always make, like, lovely combos and go about the action that you want in different ways in. That's a thing that Vital does really well. But I'd say it's even more apparent in this that you can see that, like, or the big bonus of that is this whole action. It's not like a bit of an action you're getting to do or like an influence action. It's a whole like multiple action turn you can get to do, especially with these chain tokens and things. I really like it as a system. So I've done all those bits. Yep. Exhausted systems become available again. Boom, 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 boom. Retrieve season pillars. Do-do, do-do. Return sages. I didn't get one this time. I'll return that sage. And get a scholar, please. Got a lot of people about. I should have had that other gold tile. Chose not to take it. Retrieve economy tokens. Ooh, I get to use them again. Done, done, done. Idea cards. 3s need to go away. Writing. I've still been thinking about inventing. And I need something new. See, Greek fire. There's nothing with Greek fire. I don't want to have to get involved with him for the crane. I know maths. Although I kind of want blues out and keep making these blues cheaper. But at the moment, it's all blues what I'm doing. So maybe I want to be able to... I've got a lot of browns, maybe presenting a brown idea. Just so I've got the option of a different colour as well. In the brown, I haven't got the scoring tile for. Doesn't mean I'm going to invent it, does it? Presenting it. Right. That's it. New turn. Kronos, what are you doing? Going to 6, and he's inventing my lighthouse. Oh, I thought I'd worked out that couldn't happen. It's because he's moved to the influence, isn't he, at the end of the era? Didn't account for that. Ugh. Yeah, sailing he's got access to because it's on the board, even though he hasn't given me no influence for it. Yeah, place citizen, gain a local progress tile, so he gets a blue 6. Oh, he's got a blue 6. So we get a blue 1. Okay. Me. Number 1. I don't think I moved down on this. And I think I should have. Or I've moved myself down twice. Let me know if I have done that. Where was that on the... Oh, yeah, just influence up there. Yeah, I don't think I did it. So I've got 2 chain tokens. Probably... Oh... I want to do this. Blue set. Oh, yeah, the 7, thank you. There's one in the middle, isn't there? I'm just going around the outside. Around the outside. Around the outside. So I'm thinking, if I moved... I'm just thinking of chain actions here. I could move someone in one of these, and I could bring someone back from the map and then get to like innovate. I could innovate the lighthouse and then get to invent something else. Can I invent anything? I like it. Let's travel. I'm happy with them being there. Let's move you there. Oh, I get a white thing, don't forget. Move your person. Chain action. I'll have you. I'll bring someone back. I'll get a blue tile. I'll bring you back. So I can always put someone out anywhere. Yeah. As a blue. And then I can activate with my second chain token. Present a new idea. Get involved in a technology. or innovate. Let's innovate the lighthouse. Get a load of people out here. And I've already done 2 chain actions. I was just thinking, like, then that would let me invent. No, you can't do that many. You've done too many now. You're going from doing no chain actions to too many. Okay, so instead of innovating then, he might innovate next. That's the only place anyone can innovate. Doing this doesn't lead to a chain action. You'd bring someone back and get to share. Which is alright. No, that's the only person I could bring back. We could present a new idea somewhere. Yeah, leave him in there. Present a new idea that won't lead to a chain action. Let's present this caravel. Maybe here, although if he's going to invent, it'll be right there. And Kronos is ready to invent it soon as well before me. I don't know that I'm going to get to invent anything though. Here you can get a new person out. I don't know that I need to. And I've already got... No, I haven't got a D-scoring one. That's for every gold. You want the golds to be touching as well. Oh dear, I might have made a grave mistake. No, you could have them going along the bottom. It's okay. You haven't got a G either. You'd have to be the person sharing it to get that. That gets me an influence though, and I like that. Yeah. So that will cost me 1 blue, because it's a blue project. Get an influence. That's all I need to do, I think. We got 2 chain actions in there. Boom. Could have done 3 if I'd unlocked 3. But we aren't there yet. Hestus wants to share. I don't think he's involved in anything for a change. Well, he is, but not something that's been invented. So he's not share, and he can't go there anyway. Can he present a new idea? No. Can he innovate? Ah. That's what I wanted to do, to chain that and then invent that. Yes, he can. Does he have a chain token left? That right? Yeah, he moves there as well. That's the only place where he can innovate, so he moves there. Chain. Can he bring someone back? What does he do here? Call specialists. Yeah, he can chain both of these potentially. Call specialists. Move to the next region with 1 or more citizens. 2. Bring 1 back. Gain the local progress tile, which is a brown 2. He hasn't already got that. Oh wait, I haven't done these. We'll go back to my turn in a sec. I've got tiles to deal with. Let's just finish his now, I'm here. Cool specialist, yeah, then tries to chain. He's got a chain token, so he can do it. So travel. Move to the next region with a sage. Gains the sage. Place a citizen from supply. Gain the local progress tile. It's a brown 3. So you already got that. Nope. And it does have a chain token, but does he need a chain action? No. Yeah, he needs a chain action. He can't do that. He would be able to do that, but he's used his chain actions to do that many actions. Okay, back to me. I've got these things to do. So I need a white tile and a blue tile. So white. I was thinking propaganda, wasn't I? Maybe the best Sparks album. That song spins around in my head sometimes. It's very short, but go listen to propaganda. I wouldn't be mad if you stopped watching. You could listen to propaganda while watching me. Blue. Let's see. Oh, I'm not even on screen here, am I? We've got emigration. Get a scholar. Get a tile. Tile for cheaper might be good. spend less influence, but I tend to fill up. Yeah, the warehouse one, probably. And then in Era 4, we get to build, but it's just the people cost, isn't it, that I need to think about. So I want to keep this chain going. I'd like to unlock that. That gets me a scholar. So that would be 1 for the white, and it's touching 3. So it cost you 4, it cost you 2. I think we can do that. We've got scholars as well. I'm okay to do that. We unlock that. And then put out the other blue. Could just go here where there's no... It would just cost me 2. I'd like to have invented a blue thing. I was trying. Well, the third is this opaque. I think it's hard to like immediately see what you're gonna do in it. But I'd say for a lot of them, like, you just gotta do stuff. Like, I don't know, that's... It's not like it doesn't matter what you do. I find that in a lot of games for me, like, I just gotta do something, and once it's rolling, you can kind of see, oh well, I've blocked myself out of these options, now I've done this, it leads to this. And like, yeah, this is... I'm kind of blundering through it a little bit, because this is my first go. I know math, so it's hard to do that calculator, but it's lucrative, isn't it, if that gets invented? That's an Era 5 card. Can I even have that? Just noticed my cards weren't full. Yeah, that would only cost 2 guys. 1 for the tile, 1 for being adjacent. Yeah. Okay. That was my turn, so going back to a bit I missed of my turn. Kronos is going to the next place. There's something presented, so he will invent it. I don't think that's what I was going to do. I want to invent my sailing, I think. So he invents that. And that's it, isn't it? Oh, he gets the tile. A white 7. Yep. Me. So, I was going to innovate and then invent. I could innovate here. That would let me innovate again, but you can't innovate again anywhere. Oh no, innovate would let you... Ooh! Innovate would let you do the majority thing. And I'd get to innovate there. That's a potential. What else could we do? We get these blue things used as well. So we can put someone else somewhere. We've got the majorities for things. Innovate. So that's white. So I'm going to have to use a scholar here. But I get a white one back for innovating. I feel like I've forgotten that somewhere along the line. I get 2 chain tokens. I can chain and do the majority thing here. Even though I've got 4 people, I'm going to do the 3 one because I want to be able to invent. So I only have to bring 3 people back now, so. Yeah. I get 4 points. Give me points all the way back here. And they come back as people on the card, don't they, unfortunately? Which means they'll come back as brown. And do some brown things. Gain influence from the number of tokens face up, which is just one for me. You only have to bring 2 people back because of your white tile. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've got the discount, haven't I? Yeah. And then you can chain from a face-up token. We are going to tempting to gain an influence and get 3 chain tokens, but I want to invent before Kronos does it. So I need a blue here, and I also need to exhaust a blue, which is going to have to be the scholar. This might hold me up in the future. So invent. Done that. Place your specialist. Flip the card. You get influence. Oh, all my face-up tokens. Thank you. I might have missed an influence in the past from that. Thank you very much. 3 that was. Yeah, I feel like I've missed an influence in the past. We won't go back and think about changing that because it's way too late. I get a brown tile. Let's do so innovate and present go together. Yeah, innovate and present. Get to take a 6. I don't think about it too much. Let's do it. Okay, we got a full 2 chainer. Done that. Let's get a blue or a white tile. Well, wait, I'm in era 3, so I can still play. I can make it so I can place more per turn, but if you did a Eureka, I can't this round. Remind me on what they do. When you build progress tiles, you could build an extra one. When you call specialists, you can call home any number of people. When you travel, you can go anywhere. Maybe putting more tiles out would be helpful. Not in love with any of these things particularly. So I don't think I'm going to have the people to be able to do like a billion things. When you travel, you can go anywhere. That might be one that helps. Okay. And then build. Can I afford? Well, a gold could go out, couldn't it? Because, in fact, a gold could go there. That would be 2, 3, 4. And then that's next to the whites, and we can keep building out. And we could hopefully get this gold one in the future. And then I've got 1 white. So could go out. Can't go out there. That's going to cost a fortune, the way you've made that space. Could go out here and only cost me 1. Or you could put the brown out. And that could cost nothing out here. You can get the discount of 2 as well, remember. Are there brown inventions out? There are. Yeah, get the discount of 2 for that expensive thing you just did. Yeah, and then pop that out for 1. So it should cost 2, but I've got an invention. Done. Hestus wants to do this. Is there anything... Oh, he doesn't need majorities, does he? So I think he can do it. Run me through the... What time are we on? 45 minutes. Not too bad. Need to speed up a little bit. It's a little bit more than that, isn't it, because of the waiting time. 55 minutes we've got. Move him to the first region where he can place an influence. I remember all this now. He's yellow. He can place one there. Pops a thing out. Doesn't need to have citizens. If he does have any, bring one back. Put it down. Score the most valuable IP, even if it's covered. 5. If he has his chain token, he tries to do the next thing. He has got a chain token. So he spends one. Can he invent? I'm sure he can. He would go all the way around to steal. And invent that. And get a brown 3, which he's already got. Got a brown 4? No. Okay. And that's it, isn't it? Done. Kronos is going here, and he isn't involved, so he's going to innovate. Because he can't share it, so he'll innovate. And got all the bits. No chain, place a citizen, that's all he does. Me, so moving the epoch tile. Can't claim a majority with 2 people out. Don't want to claim the majority there. We've got an influence. So they need to be somewhere else, don't they? So we're not going to be doing that. So probably don't want to do that. Maybe. Can't do a Eureka, frustratingly. So we could get involved in someone else's thing. I think he needs a meeple on that, doesn't he? Might have missed that. Bring a person back and share. That's tempting. Because by sharing, do I then get to move as well? By spending this. And then by moving, I could get another sage and another chain action and get to a region that I would be more interested in. And we can go anywhere. No, I haven't put that out. Maybe we should have put that out. Oh, Marty, please don't jump up here. I love you, but this isn't the time. I think that's the one. Or go on something. Oh! Hi, Marty. What's the least painful way to get a cat off the board? I'm so sorry, but I will be down very soon. You could share and travel, yeah. That's probably the best thing to do, I think. Epoch pillar, there. Bring you back as a scholar. Careful not to get too many scholars. Do the thing. I could invent there. Inventing glass. By like going on somewhere, but I don't think we need to. Yeah. Share. So where shall we share? And then we get to gain the wealth tile. I've already got the B, so I want the G, don't I? I could share that. I'm involved. Get the one for browns. What's this? 4 for every 2 inventions. Of a matching type, is that? Sets of 2 or 3, equal or different inventions. What are you on about? Tells what it means. For every set of 2 of the same type. So I'd have 2 white, a brown, and a blue. Still worth 4 points right now. I suppose that's worth 6 points. Right now, getting that one. This puts more of my people out. They're both regions I want to be in, and I could get to 6. 1 is one I'd want to move to more, because it's got a chain token. Yeah, we've always got endless love for Marty. He has actually, for the first time in months. I suppose I haven't really been in this room a lot since Sabrina was born. If I'm not filming or live, then I'm not generally like, I haven't really been on my computer for like nearly 5 months, which is surprising now. But yeah, he's on the multicam chair. The multicam isn't set up, unfortunately. My end game cards want me to be in 2, 4, 5, 6. Have influence in 1, 3, 4, 6. So 1, 3, 4, 6. I've not done that very well ever. Or have 2 inventions of each type. I've not been great at any of them, have I? So we want to be in region 1, we want to be in region 6. G's are different though. You could have, that's 3 for just every 2 inventions. That. Let's invent this. Share it. So I go there and get 4 points because I presented it. I invented it, so I get the card. He innovated it, and so gets another person out. That all the bits of share? Move all citizens to the region, gain the wealth tile. I'll have that one. Probably not going to build because we're not all full up on here. Might as well, it's the last turn, get a person out somewhere. It might as well be here, isn't it? One more next turn, and then there's 4 to bring back. So this is the share action I'm doing from this, which isn't a chain action. I don't think there's no chain to be done though, is there? That's it. So, oh no, I can do this, can't I? I'm sharing, so now I can lose an influence, unfortunately. Get all 3 chain tokens. They're still out from a previous turn, I think. To move. Oh yeah, so put your person out, 1 away. Can't innovate anywhere though. Moving someone in there. What could I do? I could present an idea. And flip this tile to be able to do a move action. And this is where chain tokens might come into it. Might. Or we could innovate here. What's happened here? What's happened with this? Oh yeah, chain token, thank you. Who presented this? I don't even remember. I could innovate it and share some ants. Yeah. Kronos did it. We'll say he did. Move down here. Yeah. Get a white. Move. Chain token to get the sage, and we'll innovate. We'll innovate here with a brown. chain token to share again. And we can share this. Is it region 3 I want to... I do want to have an influence in region 3. That would get me points. Oh, and which... I've already got an E, haven't I? So I want to share this one. I haven't got a C. What happens if you've got too many tiles at the bottom? Share this. I get 3 points. You have to discard down. He goes out and gets the card. He gets another person out. I can have the wealth tile. I don't think I want a new white. I think I'm happy with that. We've got to use all 3 chain things. You can already have the wealth. If you already have the wealth tile, you can have a different type. I think I'm alright with that for now. I do want that brown one. We've got a couple of brown. Maybe I'll get more. I don't know if I'll get more, actually. I think I'm alright with another wealth one. Let's stick with it. Right. So getting things out, even with a 2 discount here, it's going to cost 7 to put a gold there. So 5, even with a discount. So I can't do that. I was hoping to get this gold one, so that they're all touching. 3 for everyone touching, and that would have been a load. I could still do that. This one could go out here, and it would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. And so that would be everyone exhausted. But it's the end, isn't it, of the round? Like, if you just only put 1 out instead of 2. I suppose you're making the white ones more expensive in the future. You could get move anywhere. And that'd only cost you 3, 1. Well, it'd only cost 1 more next time. Yeah, get it out. So exhaust. Let's make you blue. We seem to use a lot of blue. Right. I think that's my turn. If Hestus gets his chain token back, what's he up to? Share? Can he share? Nope. Needs to move it somewhere else. Can he invent? No, he's in that row. Can he do that? No. So I think he just gets 2 points and does nothing. But doesn't his thing have to move? I'm sure I read on the forums earlier if he can't go, he gets 2 points, but it's very unlikely. To determine where to place his pillar, start with his... Oh, loop around. So just give him 2... Have I given him 2 points? No, I haven't. Give him 2 points and he's not taking an action. To determine where to put his pillar, loop around from the bottom. There. Oh. Well. That works right, alright, doesn't it? If he can't take an action, give him 2 points. To determine where to place his pillar, Move down the card, looping if needed, until there is an action space he can place it on. Give him 2 points and end his turn. It's alright, isn't it? Yeah. Great. Because that can happen to players as well. Like if you were... No, he didn't take the action. You loop to see where he puts the pillar. Oh, is that in the thingy? Is that in the rules? Am I missing that? He looks back to the top as well. Resolving the initial action first. Okay. No. Initial action first. Yeah, but in step 2, place one of his pillars, matching the first, second, or third action on his card. He can't place it there. I'm confused. Right, show us these photos. I'm looking at a forum post. I don't know. Is this a matching situation? So he's blue. He can't innovate. Choices are present. Influence, innovate, events. Oh, that's if he can't do all 5. So he's gonna... Let's take his 2 points off then. So he places on there, and he's gonna travel. Okay. It's not as lucky as I thought. So move him to the next thing with a sage. There you go. Have that. Place a citizen. Progress tile. It's going to be a brown. Guess what other than brown, mate? Brown 4. Has he got a brown 5? Yep. He's got a brown 6. He hasn't got a brown 7. Do another action, mate. He has got a chain action token. So he does this and gets the points, I think, which is a bit... Maybe I should have taken the points. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Ouch. And they all flip back now. Hey, Shelley, how's it going? And then he has a chain token now, so he can go to the next action. If he can... Well, he can do it, can't he? So he goes to the next one with at least one of his citizens. So 6. And he'll bring 1 back. Progress tile will be rightmost card. Brown. Oh dear. What is he? Was he not got 1? He's the only brown he hasn't got. Okay, so in the future, we're gonna have to look at what else he does. If he tries to get another brown, he hasn't got any more chain actions, so doesn't continue down the card. Done. Dun dun dun. Okay. Kronos has moved to a new era. Era change stuff. This is the last era. Well, there's another era, but it's the scoring era. Shuffle his cards while you're thinking about this stuff. It's the end of era 4, so Hestus gets his 3rd chain token. Kronos puts an influence next region without 1, which is actually... Oh no, 2 he has got 1 in, 3 he hasn't. And he gets the points from the most, which is still 5. Yikes. Points are scary. Looks to where his season pill... Yep. And then he takes a new milestone. So that slides off. He's blue. That goes away. He invents the rightmost thing. The dummy player, well, the non-player region invents something as well. And then the rest go into the public display. And we see the Fs. Solar cell, artificial intelligence, computer. Yep. And he gets 4 points for the sages. And then for my stuff, I have to lose 2 influence. Upsetting. Lose 2 influence, just the turn order. I haven't changed it. Need to break through, really, don't I? At some point. I haven't done many Eurekas. Although, Hestus has done none. So, I'm not going to feel bad about that. Exhausted citizens return. Yes. Retrieve season pillars. Yes. Return your sages and get a scholar. Beautiful. Yep. Scholar. Retrieve your economy tokens. Yep. Done the milestone things. Cards. We are in Era 5. I haven't presented an idea. So lose your Era 4 card. These Era 4 cards are lost. What would you like to invent? These all need E-technologies. Internal combustion or vaccination. I'm going to invent the automobile, or I'm going to have the idea for the automobile. Oh, no worries. It's a bit last minute. Everything's a little bit last minute at the moment because I never know until about midday. Like I'm gonna have time to do the stream. But so far, I've been good at keeping up the Thursdays, I think. Should have a blue citizen on the Eureka he just invented. Oh, yeah, thank you. Kronos is guy. I think that's all of the era change stuff. Kronos, take it away. He moves to 4 and invents that. And gets progress. Yep. Gets a brown 4, which I don't believe he had. He's got no brown. They had a little cartel going. He was discovering things and then he was inventing them straight away. Right. There just happened to be a load of brown cards as well that they keep using. Me. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What's the plan? There was one, I'm sure. So, we can get your chain tokens back. Wherever you put them. There's one. There's one. We get 2. So I can have the majority of 1 for my endgame goal thing. I've got 3 people in there right now, so with a discount of 1 person, we could put the influence out there, and that's 6 points. That feels good. There may be a more clever way of doing it. Although, actually, I can't see the share symbol about. Not share, the gain influence symbol out anywhere else. And if we were to do that, we could innovate, maybe there, and get to return someone and chain from that. Ooh. I suppose we could move. And then move into there, and then that would let you do the gain influence. If you gain your influence, there's your token in region 4. What to be? Oh yeah, I did that then, so that's the region 4 one. Hey John, how's it going? So yeah, have I got enough share tokens to do it that way? So move is going to give him 2 points as well, unfortunately. Chain that. And then in doing that, I can chain, present, or innovate. Could even have we've got something in region 1, haven't we? No, I'm about to. 3 question mark, but 4 and 6. Move, influence. So I'd move, and then we'd do a chain to do gain influence. I don't know why I'm putting a pillar there. Move and do that. And then gain influence. Oh yeah, if you're going to innovate, don't. Okay, then we won't move to do it. We'll move later. Because these two could just go into 6, because we want a thing in 6. I want inventions as well. So you should be presenting for that. I don't know why I'm putting a chain action there. I've got them both in my hands for some reason. Right, let's just gain influence then. Here. So we only need to remove 3 to put a 4 out. Because I've got me -1 thing. I've always got majority. Yep. And there's no card here. So the downside is they all come back as brown. Which is only downside because we've got a lot. They could be used for the gold tiles though, couldn't they? If I haven't got a load of brown tiles coming in. Then, what are you doing here? You should be in a region. So, you're in charge. You brought the guys back. You put your influence out and score 6 points. You have now got 3 face up. Influence, you've had the points. Chain token will let you innovate. You can innovate here and use a chain token to bring someone back. Which I don't love, but we can put someone out, can't we, in the future? They come back as... Anyone comes back as brown. That's a brown card, and this one would be here, which is brown. So yeah, coming back as brown. And you get a blue tile. Blue tile, bring them back, and you can... Oh, this gives me a chain, though. You're just gonna have to not do that third one, unfortunately. Or could we have done something better this turn that only needed 2 chains? Let's not think about it. Let's... We got good things. Don't worry about it. Couldn't do them all, but there'll be more chains. Inventing. I don't think he can invent, can he? No, everything's been invented. So he's going to share. I'm sure he can do that. Where is he? Here he is. He can toddle along here. So he thought it up. So he gets 8. Blue invented it and gets the card. And I innovated and get 2 people out. Yes? Yep. Will play citizens, move citizens to regions. He gets the wealth token. Done. No chain token. Happy. Move along. Kronos. Over here, there is no card, so he will present. Does that need vaccination? That's public. I could invent that. Right. I've got a card for inventing as well, but don't worry about it. We can still do stuff. Right. 3 chain tokens, please. And... Oh, tiles, thank you. I haven't been reading ever. Get a blue tile. Are there any blue tiles that I want? So I would be doing something different, wouldn't I? Swap things around, make things too cheaper, get a scholar maybe. Be able to have one more scholar, no. Get a scholar, I might really want to do that. I don't know though. And then place out. I've got the last 2 bits of my turn, haven't I? So placing out. Just if I invent things, some of these things will get cheaper. Like popping that out would be 4, wouldn't it? And I could just do brown that I've got loads of. So that's worth 6 right now. That's all right. Hopefully more. I can invent things. I want to invent that. And then could I put another out? Blue. That would be 4, 3. Or here. Would get you a scholar at least, but it would cost way more, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be 5 surrounding. So it cost you 6, 5, maybe 3, and you'd get a scholar back. Now pop it there. And let's... Or you put the white out and then you can move anywhere. Yeah. 3 things adjacent and the thing itself. So that's 4 specialists that would cost. -2 from the inventions. 2 white. There. Because I haven't Eureka'd, I can only put 2 out. But I've got a lot of tiles out. I'm feeling alright about that. So my turn. Thinking about moving. The only downside of moving is that I can only do 2. But that's okay, isn't it? I could put a new person out in 6. I could move these 2 up or wherever from here or whatever. I'd get to do that as well as a chain. And then I'd get to do something on my card, which could be invent that card that just came out. Hey Monica, how's it going? That will even be even more than okay. I think that's a good idea, whatever I just said. I give them 2 points, but I don't think... Like, I can't get my meeple on something that lets me move. I think we got to just go for the... We could be doing this as well, to present an idea when I innovated. But I think it's probably best to think about that another time. Right, let's do this. I'm going to move. No, first, yeah. Let's put somebody out. A new person, thanks to that blue tile, in 6. We want a tile out in 6. I'm going to move... Yeah, we need both people going into 6, so this is going to be the chain action you get to do. We can move anywhere, though, so I suppose it doesn't matter where they come from. We can move 2 in. Is this all the bits? Get a white tile. Move. Chain action. Get a sage. Get a... Bring you guys back. Get a blue tile. Bring someone back. How are you going to do the influence action? I don't think this checks out. By doing a Eureka later, but how are you going to do the Eureka? Oh dear, I don't think this checks out at all. I can do this that will then... I can do this that will chain into something off my card. But bring someone back, innovate, isn't possible. Invent I could do. That's what I was going to do. You only need 4 right for your final influence token. Yeah, I was just thinking, how am I going to do it? How am I going to make that happen? Who did that microscope? That was Kronos, wasn't it? I'm not putting his citizens down. If I was to Eureka, instead of coming here, so he wouldn't get 2 points. I don't think I gave him 2 points. I think he was already on 72. What if I Eureka'd to this solar cell? So I move my thing all the way up here, and then I could do the move action that I've just done. No, it moves to here, doesn't it? Yeah, never mind. No, that's not an option. Yeah, those inventions are in F. If I'd had there is a tile somewhere, isn't there, that's like you can have the thing of the previous era instead. I just don't know, how am I ever going to do a gain influence action? I need to hurry up, don't I? So you're doing the move, you can chain that, bring someone back, and do something off your card. So I get a blue, you come back as a brown. I'm scrambling now a bit because I don't know how I'm going to do the gain influence action one more time. Hey Tom, how's it going? Oh, super team. I enjoyed that. They just wanted me to do an overview video, and I had to send the prototype on, unfortunately, fairly quickly. But I enjoyed it was a cool idea. Like, I'm gonna repeat myself too much, but I think it was a really cool idea of setting thinking like a war game, like a hex based war game, but applying it all to football. So you were trying to you weren't just playing cards for their actions, you were playing a card that's kind of gambling that you would be able to do these actions, and there's dice that made it a little bit unclear that you would succeed all the time. And then if they paid off, you would get big bonuses and stuff. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I didn't get to spend very much time with it, unfortunately. But yeah, I'd like to do a solo playthrough if it ever swings back over here. I'm just gonna have to move on, aren't I? And I don't know how I'm gonna Eureka in the future now I've done the moving. is my concern. Because I'm not going to be able to move again, am I? Stick with what you've done so far. You can't take all of that back. So we're bringing someone back. We've done that. They came back as a brown. You've had all of that stuff. Do a chain action on one of your cards. I can't bring a diplomat back off anything. I haven't got one. I can't innovate. So we could present an idea. And I could then chain that into sharing, actually. Or we invent the microscope that's already out there. Try and do more actions. Present an idea. We're going to present automobile, that way around, there. So blue out on there. And that lets me do a share action that isn't a chain action, is it? That's just you get to do that. So in the share action, he gets 3 points. He gets the card. And I get 2 people out here. Is that what you want in 3? That'd be better in 4. It'd be alright. I don't think I'm doing that chain people about card. I don't think the endgame cards I've done very well at all. Right. Hephaestus, after that big mess of what I've made of my turn, Hephaestus is going to try and invent. Can he? He can go there. Is there something to invent? Yep, the microscope I was thinking about. So he just pops a thing there. He can't have a brown, so what can he have? I know that he just goes the next number up if the number isn't there. But what? What if he can't? What if he's got all of the browns? I don't know. We'll wait. Does anyone know? We'll wait for that. He's just owed a tile. Maybe he just gets nothing. Okay, Kronos, for last turn, is going to go invent this. Unfortunately for me. But I did choose to place it there. I think just so I got a chain of doing stuff. I don't know really why I wanted to do that. Just so I was doing more things, I think. It probably hasn't helped. Because he would have just presented if I hadn't shared that idea. And I could have invented that microscope instead. I haven't done my tiles. Even. Do you know what? I'm going to take that back. I haven't drawn a card or anything. Bring him back here. And he was like here. If I had just chained the invent instead, that was a blue. I had the people to do this. So exhaust 2 and put a brown out. So we won't be putting a brown tile out, but then I can invent it and potentially have a card at the end. And then I would get a brown tile, but I don't think I want one. I've already got 4 things at the bottom here. Yeah, I'm going to take back. And then I didn't do my tiles. Have I got any white ones I can claim? I've got 2, 6, or 7. I don't like the look of... I don't want to bring loads of people back, really. 6, make it cheaper. Oh, put more tiles out, maybe. Maybe. Just want more white tiles out, really. And then for blue... 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5, an influence less I don't tend to need. Swapping around I don't tend to need. Having more scholars I don't tend to need. Might as well just have them out there. And then we could put 2 tiles out. Can I afford a lot of that business? So that's restricting what I can do in other bits. And we could... So that would go out there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. And we could make it cheaper. To just cost 1. And then that would cost 3. 2, 1. And I can do that. Everyone's suddenly exhausted. Yeah. Do that. And then tiles are going out, and that's all cool. Right. And then his turn, so he would do something different, maybe. Because if I do that, there's nothing for him to invent. So he's going to present an idea. This might be the first... No, he's definitely done it at least once. So he would just present it to 2 instead, I believe. He's not done it many times, though. And then he would get a local thing, wouldn't he? No. If he invented it, he did. Place the idea, place the citizens. Done. Third thing, Kronos is going here, and he would present the idea instead. Yeah, way better doing it that way around. I was just trying to do more actions in one go. Presents that, puts a meeple out. Running out of meeples. Then me. Ugh. What have you done? What have you done? All I want to do is share that idea. No, gain influence. But I can't gain influence, and I can't move or do Eureka. I can't come down here because that's where the guy already is. So innovating is the only thing that's going to lead to chain actions, isn't it? I could do with 1 more influence so that I'll stay in the 10-point bracket at the end. So I can't invent something with the telegraph, which both of these are, because I don't have that thing. I can't innovate because I invented that. I could share it. And then I'm in 5 and 6, I guess. Then that's it for my turn, isn't it? I'm just sharing. And I could maybe put out 1 more gold and that's it. That seemed like a rubbish last turn, but that's kind of the situation I think I've left myself in. Because I can't come down here at all. I never took that tile that let me break the rules. Can't invent, can't innovate. Could present an idea and what, get 3 points. I could present something and then invent it. Here. That's a possibility. It's not amazing, but it's something. Then I wouldn't have people to do me. Putting tiles out is the downside of that. Sharing would get me an invention card, which isn't the biggest thing to get, unfortunately. I've missed out on 2 of each colour. Someone invented a blue because I put it in a daft place earlier. So either you just share and you get that card, but you give them 10 points. Do we get it in the endgame scoring anyway? I can't remember what happens in the endgame scoring. Or you present and get an influence, so you'll stay in the 10-point bracket. You present and invent. And if you present, you could then innovate, right? Is it if you presented in this turn, you could then innovate? If we're going down anyway into the 5-point bracket, we might as well spend an influence. If during your turn you took one of these actions, but then you can't innovate because you would have invented it. Dum dum. Yeah, you can't do that. Ugh. Oh well, I've done this to myself. Should share them. Have I got A? I've got A, definitely. Have I got an F? I haven't got an F. What are those scoring things? Because I might be able to get one out. F. Diversity. For each depicted set of progress tiles anywhere on your map, they don't need to be adjacent. Brown. There's some not in the game. Brown and white. So I've got 2 brown, so they would be worth 6 points. Whereas a point for every 2 people is surely more than 6 points right now because I've got loads of people everywhere. That's the better gold to get out. And the card is probably not worth points to me. Yeah. Present and invent. It's going to have to be the blue one because they're the only... But then you're not going to have the... When you invent, you're not going to have the tiles to put this out. What's this going to cost? 8. 6. You might as well put it here. 5. Because that doesn't get me points, does it? Right now, with this economy token, but you'd spend influence to get that out right now because you're not getting any tiles. If you shared, you'd get a tile. And you'd get a free person out here where you innovated. Yeah. So they get 3 points. And the card. I slip in and get an extra person out. And this. Should have got that one influence discount, shouldn't I? So since we're not earning an influence, I'm not going to end up in the 10 points anyway, am I? What happens in the endgame bit? Points for the influence. Points on your progress map. Private gold cards. So we're going down anyway into this. Do we have a... We don't have an era change thing. So I'm not going down currently. But spending 1 influence isn't going to make me go down either. So use that to get a scholar. And then we can put that out there for 5 people. I should have gone for that sets one. That would have scored me way more points. I suppose these people are going to count. Disappointing last turn, but messed myself right up. Okay, can he share something? There was another thing that could be shared. That. But yellow's not involved, so no, he won't do that. Can he... Oh, he's in the same top bit. Let's not do take-backs. I don't know when that happened. Probably when he presented once he already shared. Then he presented, so he would have actually... Instead of presenting this... Uh-oh. Let's do the take-back. He couldn't have gone there. So he would have done this instead. And what's his procedure for that? I don't think it messes me up. Then they're already miles ahead. Moving to the first region where he can place a thing. So he placed a thing there, didn't he? So he could place there. Gets the most points, which is 4. bring a citizen back if he's got anyone there. And then he would try to chain, which, yeah, I don't think he chained anything. So he would have innovated. That's the only place where he could innovate, so he would loop back around and innovate that. And then he would chain that to invent something, but that wasn't invented yet. There's no invention. So he would have stopped there, and then this turn, moving this, starting with share. No, he can't go there. Can he invent something? Yes, because he's put a blue out, hasn't he? So invents that and would get a white 6. He has not already got because it's the first non-brown that he's had. I think that's it. No chain token for that. So it's not an era change, is it? It's just final scoring. I couldn't have afforded to put a second tile out. So points based on the influence track, 10 points, thank you. They don't do any fancy thingy stuff. Oh, they get points for their cards in a minute. Okay. Points for my progress tiles. So 3 points for every contiguous blue touch in this. 3, 6, 9, 12. Every white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is another 15. 3 for every 2 inventions. I've got 4 inventions, so 6 points there. Every brown, I got 2. Don't know if that was worth putting down. 1 for every 2 people. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. So 24 is 12 points, isn't it? In the lead, if they didn't score anything for cards, which they will. And then end game cards. So I've got influence. Number 1, yes. Number 3, no. Fallen already. Number 4, yes. Number 6, no. Because I messed up and I left myself an action short. So only 3 points for that. So it's going to be a loss. But 2 for every different colour, no. Could have got the brown at the end if I'd shared that one. But would have also given them a load of points. And I lost out on a blue that I should have got. But they got in the way. So having people in stuff. I haven't got anyone in 2. I've got people in 4. If I had like 4 and 5 and 6, but this counts as having no links, so not done that at all. I'm playing easy, but it's not going to help me. So their inventions score 2 points each. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's going to give them 16. Progress tiles 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 26 there. And then wealth tiles 3 each. I think it's me that did a lot of the sharing. But does that count? I'll get 1 more point then. So, no, didn't quite. And that's on easy difficulty. They would get more points for each. They would have got an extra point for each invention, progress tile, and wealth tile in the standard difficulty. So a bit of a gulf there. I did kind of leave myself. If that had gone off, it would have been another 4 points. Potentially some good chains from all of that stuff. But yeah. I wish I'd been thinking about this and then I thought it wouldn't help me. There's a tile. Is it the other brown tile? No, it's it didn't seem very good at the start. Politics. When you advance your era marker in the Eureka action, you can apply the effect of any other space in this or previous eras other than choosing turn order. That, if I'd built that at some point, and I was thinking to myself, that's no good, but these were no good that I put down. Like you can build an extra tile and stuff. That didn't help me. I just took it just because. If I took the politics one just because, I could have Eureka'd, got a thing out anyway, like this beauty. I don't know how I would have done that though. Like I would have done. I've got a card for it. I would have done that, chosen a previous era's thing of moving, and done the move action, and then in the future, and then the move action let me chain to that. That would have let me put the chain token on this, bringing a guy off this, and letting me do the influence action. But yeah, if I had thought about that, like I just kept thinking, well, I don't want that one. But yeah, advanced construction was no good to me at all. And if I'd built that, um, if I'd Eureka that, I'd have been in era 6. I could have built 5 tiles if I wanted to. Never mind this advanced construction. It's just, yeah, I wasn't thinking about how useful that could have been. And I was just at the stage of, well, I don't really need any more of these white ones. I'll just pick that one. But yeah, if I'd picked that, I don't know that I would have won off of that. But it would have been a much bigger chain of turns in the last thing anyway. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it gave you an idea of what Inventions is like and how to play it solo. I think the solo, for like as intimidating as it looked at first, it is easy to handle. I don't know if I've made it like look like that. Like I forgot some things and like, oh, actually, yeah, he's gone in the same row. There's a bit of that, but generally, you can see what things he needs to take. It's not like he's going down a, if this is the case, do this. If this is, do this. Like, he goes to the next space, he can do a thing. Can he do it? Okay, well, he's not going to choose that then and go down to the next thing. I think it works really well. And Kronos, you don't even really need to handle. You know what Kronos is going to do. Like, the Hestus is unpredictable, but you can kind of bet that, like, that they are like a formidable team for just constantly chucking something out and inventing it straight away. So like it's hard to sneak in there. You can see like in the wealth tiles at the end that I shared a lot of the things. I managed to like get in maybe with a late innovate to make sure I was included so I could share it. And we got some really good chain actions off in there. As I say, like I'm still bumbling my way through, but I think like it went pretty well. Like I can identify a major slip up that I think like I don't know how many points it would have got me like, but I probably wouldn't have been in that position in the last turn where it's like, oh, I've got nothing left to do now. Like, yeah, I think that's a big one. A thing that I was thinking like, oh, I don't think I'll ever take that tile. That could have saved me, that particular tile. But there we go. Another beautiful Lacerda. As I say, hopefully, like we are caught up for the moment, but like Speakeasy is here, like the Great Library is in the future, but Speakeasy is in the near here and now. Like we need to catch up with that as well. Because yeah, as I say, like I haven't played it solo yet. I've only played it multiplayer, which is strange. I usually do things that's the complete opposite of like the I think like the last few Lacerdas I've only played solo. But yeah, speaking, it was just like the timing of when it happened. It was before Sabrina was born. But yeah, I've only played that multiplayer. I haven't seen the solo yet, but just from playing multiplayer, I feel like maybe that thematic thing we were talking about earlier as well. Like it's all still like even Weather Machine that people like seem to complain about. Like oh, like it doesn't make any sense to me now. Like it's fantastical and theoretical, maybe. Like it's not working in a car factory, but like you read the theme like okay well we've got this machine that affects the weather, there's this professor that does all this stuff, okay, I'm on board. Then it still all makes sense. It's just like maybe a bit more not removed, but yeah, you've got to accept that reality rather than if we're working in a car factory, okay, well that's a reality that most of us have been like forced to it. The real world is we've all accepted that, haven't we? Whereas, like, yeah, what was I saying? Speakeasy goes back to that thing that, like, well, I won't say I'm an expert on it, but I've seen that episode of The Simpsons where there's prohibition. That basically makes me an expert on that period of history, doesn't it? So yeah, you've got like your hooks in that, like a bit, and it's nice being criminals. Like escape, like that was a boon of escape plan as well. But yeah, Speakeasy. It'll be good to get to next as well. Shelley is very biased. But yeah, I've heard great things about the solo Speakeasy too. And yes, Essen is on the way, isn't it? It's like less than a month now, about a month away. I won't be able to go this time, unfortunately. Maybe in the future, maybe with Sabrina. And yeah, if anyone coming in late, you can catch a glimpse of Sabrina at the start of the stream. Uh, but yeah, I have many things downstairs that I'm going to be desperately trying to film. There will be live in there. We'll have another vote on Patreon for what'll happen in October. But generally, the vast majority is going to be like upcoming SNE things, and we'll see what else we can squeeze in there as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thanks so much, Shelley, for sorting this out as well, for making this stream happen. Thank you all. Have lovely evenings and stuff. I'll be back on Sunday with a pre-record of an all playthrough. Say it like it's like a like a live that I've pre-done. Well, I suppose it is, isn't it? Pathfinder is finishing for now. It's the first block of missions. Pathfinder adventure card game is going to be up there, and then on Patreon for early access or YouTube members, you will be getting an Arkham Horror Drowned City, a feature length one. It was huge to edit, but it was fun. I got flights last week. I had to cancel my hotel a few weeks ago. I kind of already knew that I don't think I'm going, but yeah, I'd booked a hotel in advance, like all excited that like it's such a good time last year. I'll be able to work it out somehow, and then realised that I really can't go. But also like it's Sabrina's very distracted. I want to just hang out with Sabrina this time. Maybe though, I'll be wheeling a baby around at some point in a future lesson, but just not this one though. That's okay. I'd like to announce them earlier as well. But as I say, at the moment, it's all a bit shaky whether I was thinking I might have to do this tomorrow or Sunday or something. Like, even this morning, I was thinking, like, can I get enough of a handle on it? But yeah, I'm always more worried than I need to be. Like, I'm not, like, it was never going to get to a point where I can play it, like, 10 times before streaming it, even before Sabrina was born. But yeah, I think it went really well, considering. And yeah, hopefully we can we'll be back here soon. Maybe just after Essen. I don't know about timing because like right now in my head I'm like, well, we'll do Speakeasy next week. But like then I remember there is a pile of Essen things downstairs that we need to do before Essen. So maybe it'll be afterwards. But yeah, exciting. Speakeasy. It'll be gangsters and stuff, and then there's rival gangs that aren't controlled by players. So good. Thank you, everyone. I will see you very, very soon. Thank you all for being here. I love you. Bye, bye, bye.